Welcome to the Zazoo Plazz video party. It is day 21 of the April Zazoo Plazz video challenge, and I am Leslie Plazz, author of The Audacious Adventures of Zazoo Plazz. And today, I said I was going to talk about the environment, but actually, I was on my my Gen X Facebook group today, and someone brought up the fact that it's been 4 years since Prince died, the artist. Sometimes was known as the artist formerly known as Prince, and sometimes that symbol, Prince, a very important artist for Generation X. And I did a little thinking about that today, and I realized. So first of all, there's a tribute to him on TV tonight, which I was hoping to watch if I can figure out how to get the TV to work, because we got rid of cable TV, and I think it's going to be streaming or something. So I have to figure out how that works. It's something I really wanted to see. Anything to do with Prince. Purple is my favorite color. And he was the purple one, right? He was, wow. So there's a little mention of Prince in Zazoo Plazz. And so I'm looking at, this is the chapter on Hair Apparent, where I talk about, the girls that I was in school with, girls of my generation and our big hair. I talked about that earlier in the month, if you happen to catch that. So I'm looking at the photo of the harem of girls that sometimes goes around Facebook, and all the girls have the big hair, different colors, and they're all wearing pastel, right? Because back in the mid-'80s, that was the style. And so I say, as I looked at the photo, I reflected on the look of the times, and a Prince tune, You Got the Look, from 1987. You, the letter U, got the look. Popped into my head, as it so often does when I think of this decade. See, I got my peach and black on today. In the video, Sheena Easton enters a bar in Paris where Prince, in his daydream, is performing. He is, quote, taken aback by this pretty lady, pretty and tough lady, as he says in the song, in her peach blouse, tight black pantsuit, and plume of red curly hair. She's pretty tough. And it's a whole dream sequence. And that's in that video that goes with the song. And that was one of my favorites. You Got the Look. It's the kind of song that you'd hear if you went out dancing, or if you just came up in the car, you'd be like, back in the day when we went out dancing, we went out, and so Prince he's probably going to show up in future Zazoo books, because he really influenced those years, when the 80s, when I was in high school and college, and a little bit into grad school, into the 90s. And I started thinking, why is he still so popular? He's been gone 4 years. Why can people still relate to Prince's songs, and even more so today, and miss him so much? And because he was so talented and built such, he left behind, such a wealth of wonderful music, and for the next generation, and so many great messages in his music that I'm still stumbling across. And I'm so thankful for all the YouTube videos on, I just, every now and then, I put on my headphones, I'm working, and I I just listened to Prince, and so I started thinking, why, why is Generation X so moved in particular by Prince? And I think, number one, of course, it was our school days, and those were good times where we like to remember the music of our youth, right? And that influenced so many things, our fashion, our just how we felt, just it was like the soundtrack of our days, and of course it was great party music, and he could party, he could really party, and it was uplifting, just for that simple reason. And the sad songs even, I think he was real for us. He had a lot of hardships, but he seemed like he was speaking to us individually as well as collectively, with everything that we were going through at the time. It seemed like he had a personal message, and he was real, even though, he went around in the high heels and the velvet and the everything. He was, that blend of the masculine and the feminine, and he rocked it. He and that's carried over to our times, I think. And the symbolism, that was present in his songs, I think was meaningful to me. I mean, you think of that song about the elevators, and it sends chills up my spine. There's also an brief elevator mention in Zazoo, in a different chapter. But I just wanted to do that today. Spend a little time talking about Prince. It has nothing to do with the environment. I suppose I'll get back to that later in the week, but I think it's important to pay tribute to Prince today, and being grateful for his music, and that he shared his gift with all of us. And isn't that what we're here for, right? We're here, what gift have you come to share? Maybe gifts, right? How many? Stop and think, what you want to be known for. What will you be known for? What's that thing? You have a look. You have a voice. Your fashion sense. Your cooking abilities. Your ability to cheer somebody up when they're having a bad day. Think about it. What will you be known for? I'm gonna go see if I can stream it or something. My husband made a sausage and bow tie pasta tonight. Did a pretty good job. So I'll have a little bit of that too. So until tomorrow, this is Leslie, Zazoo. Say take care and enjoy. See you tomorrow.